You can't just say your responsibility is to get happy. But the reason that we ask you is because we want to convey to you that unless they are willing to lighten up, and in other words, the physical condition is only an indicator of what they've got going on vibrationally. And so when you treat their indicator, you haven't gotten very far. You have to treat the vibration that is at the heart of the indicator. And so though we'd get something about that in that opening dialogue, because otherwise it doesn't sound very different from in other words, we would put something in there that sounds something like this.
Okay.
You are where you are because of a variety of things that you've been doing. Nutrition, exercise. But I've learned that we all are where we are because of our attitude about life, because of what we've been thinking, and because of how we've been feeling. So I just want to say right up front here that I've discovered that our moods are really big indicators of what we've got going on. And so on this responsibility thing, I'm just going to ask you if you are willing to take responsibility for your mood. And by that, I mean, are you willing to work to feel differently than the current set of circumstances just naturally draws from you? And then tell them the story. In other words, if you're worried about something, not just your physical body, if you're worried about something, will you commit to me that you'll try to worry less? Will you squabble less with people? Will you worry less about things? Will you try to be more optimistic? Will you take an attitudinal adjustment? Will you work on your mood as much as you work on your food? I want you to work on your food and your mood. I want you to work on your food and your mood. But mostly I want you to work on your mood, because it is your mood that keeps the food from going where the cells of your body want it to go. In other words, your mood matters most. Will you take we're asking you, will you take responsibility for your mood? Or it's like a woman says, Abraham, my lover left and now I'm sad. And we said, no, you're not. Abraham, my lover left and now I'm sad. No, you're not. Abraham, are you listening to me? I wasn't sad, my lover left. Now I'm sad. I'm sad because my lover left. And we said, you're sad because you and your lover created a version of a relationship that your lover leaving has made you focus in opposition to the relationship that you want. That you feel bad because you're not a match to who you are. You are sick because you're not a vibrational match. In other words, don't make this about food. Don't make this about diet. Don't make this about potions. Don't make this about magic. Don't make this about uncontrollable. Make it about something that they can do something about. Are you willing to deal with your mood? Are you willing to feel good because you have the ability to feel good? Or are you going to need everybody around you, your kids, your mate, your job, your government, for God's sake, your government? Are you going to ask all of them to be different so that you can feel good? Does all that need to be done before your mood changes? Then you're in deep doo-doo. If anything needs to change, if you need a different potion, if you need a different anything, there's too many moving parts, too much uncontrollable stuff. The only thing you need to do is accept responsibility for your mood and do something about your mood. And you are the only one that can do anything about your mood. You want to be joyful when there are ornery people around because you can focus other than there. You want to be expectant of good things even when there are negative things unraveling around you, because you have the ability to focus. And because you have the ability to focus and choose thought, you have the ability to change your mood. So when you say, well, here are these pills, or here is this potion, or here are these choices, you want to make clear to them that the biggest, most important choice that they're making all day, every day, is I can laugh or I can cry. I can compliment or I can complain. I can be optimistic or I can be pessimistic. I can be joyful or I can be ornery. I can be loving or I can be angry or I can be hateful. In other words, those are the choices. Those are the choices. That's what it gets right down to. It's the choices of your mood. And most people feel out of control because they just move through life and have knee-jerk reactions to what's happening without taking any responsibility for their mood. When you give the responsibility to your children for your joy, or to the condition of anything for your joy, you're out of control. And that is so defiant of what the source within you knows that it will cripple you. It will suck the life right out of you. That's the message that you want. That is the radical message that much of the world isn't ready to hear, but it's the message that the people who are looking for you want to hear.
Yeah, you're right on. This is anecdotal. The traditional medicine has an answer that they have a diagnosis called a mood disorder, and they have a pill for it. Isn't that something? But I appreciate everything you had to say, and I'm fully in agreement with it. All right, and I thank you for loving us all. God bless.
Have fun. Have fun.